seperti yang Tuan
Kami anak alam insan Tuhan, membara langit biru mencari ilmu, berteman kebudimanan, bina nusa bina dunia sejahtera. Unit utama ibu yang tercinta, kami doa lanjut usia bahagia. Kami janji hormati pesanmu, ilmu budi dan bakti. Anak alam insan Tuhan, membara langit biru mencari ilmu, berteman kebudimanan, bina nusa bina dunia sejahtera. Unit utama ibu yang tercinta, kami doa lanjut usia bahagia. Kami janji hormati pesanmu, ilmu budi dan bakti, ilmu budi dan bakti.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening I bid everyone. On behalf of the organizer, we would like to extend our warmest greetings to our honorable participants here. Welcome to the Git and GitHub workshop organized by Google Developer Student Club UUM chapter. Our goal for today's session is to provide you with a solid foundation in Git and GitHub, tools that are essential for version control and collaboration on software projects. As many of you may already know, GitHub is a website and cloud-based service that is used by developers around the world to share, review, and discuss code changes. It helps teams to work together and build better software faster. Before this workshop begins, let me introduce our enthusiastic instructor for today from the technology team of the club. He is currently in his 5th semester in industrial statistics. He has done projects like Game Notify and also Telegram bot using Python. Now, without further ado, let me pass the floor to our speaker today, Lawson Min, to start his sharing on Git and GitHub. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, MC Alif. So I will be your instructor for today's workshop, teach about some basic fundamental theory of Git and GitHub, and also the hands-on on some how to use the Git and GitHub. So before that, let me do some quick self-introduction. So my name is Lo Ming. You can call me Lo, and yeah, I am a student currently Sem 5, majoring in industrial statistics in University Utara Malaysia. So this is some of my history of using GitHub. Like I discovered GitHub from solving the quiz, and also I start using the GitHub as the backup for my work and so on. So without further ado, I think we will start the workshop now. And first of all, so what is Git? Git is a command line based version control tools that we can use to manage all our project. So version control simply means that the manage of your project, the different version of your project, and command line based is that the Git is used. If you want to use Git, you need to type out the command for Git to implement it for you. And but for now, Git already have its own user interface that you don't necessarily need to type out. You can use Git user interface, but for this workshop, we will be focused on the command line interface. So yeah, Git is an example of version control, and version control is a system that records of the file the change of the file that you have made. And so now we already know what is Git and why we need to use Git and how does Git can benefit us. So imagine that if you are working on a project and you keep working, and when you need to work on a new feature, probably you want to like make a copy for your original project so that you can make progress on your new feature in the same time you didn't miss out the stable version, the original version of your project. So you can imagine like if this progress keep going on, you will have a bunch of copy with the same project, and definitely it will be messed up later. So Git provide us one of the most powerful tools that Git can keep track of the different version of our project. So Git can make a what we so called like a snapshot of our project, or you can think like a checkpoint of our project that it can save us for our later reference. So the checkpoint that we have saved, we can use to make like comparison between the different version. Like if you want to see the difference between the old version of your project and the new version of your new project, yeah, Git provide the ability for you to make the comparison between them. And you can not only make the comparison, for example, like if you are working on the new changes, so you are working for example like 3 days, and then you suddenly like, oh my god, I mess up for this, I don't want to have this feature, this is not what I want, and I want to get back to the version that I have the 3 days before, the stable version. So Git not only can keep track all the different versions, it also provide you the ability to revert back to the older version of your project so that you can switch between the new version and older version of your project and doesn't keep like a bunch of copy of your project. So Most of the time when we are working on a project, we will definitely not working alone. We are working as a team or as a group. So GitHub also provide us the ability to synchronize our project. Like when we're working as a team with a same project, we want to like keep monitor the progress of each member inside our team. Like how does they doing and what change that they make. So Git also provide you the ability that you can monitor, you can keep track of the what your teammates have done, and also your teammates also can monitor what your teammate also can see that what have you done inside the project. And also when we are doing the project, after we done each part, like when you are doing, for example, like assignment, when you separate, after you have separate your different parts and you're all working on your each part, and after you have done, as a leader, you will be like, you need to read through all of the work that they've done. For example, like if they have write something like, for example, 2 page, you need to read from top to bottom each page, and then read for all of your teammates, and then you need to combine it manually. So Git also provide a powerful feature, which is Git somehow smart enough that Git can help you to merge all of the work together automatically. Like the read, you not if you do it manually, you need to read it from top to bottom, but Git can help you, can do this for you. So it allows you to revert the file whole project and compare the changes, see who modify what. Yeah, this is also like the synchronized. When you are synchronized, it also provide the ability that you can see that the changes that have made and who made the changes. So it provide a synchronized collaborator and merge it automatically. So now when we have using the Git, we can synchronize all of our work. So now we need a place to store all of our project, the different file inside our project. We need to store it somewhere on the internet so that other people can access it. So one of the most popular platform or website is GitHub that we can use to store all our work. So what is GitHub? GitHub is a platform or website that we can use, integrate with Git to done the version control online so that other people can access it. So GitHub is a place that you need to create what we so-called a repository to store all of your project, all of your code inside. So what is a repository? You can think of repository is like a folder that store a bunch of code inside. And GitHub also provide a visual interface that you can use it. Means like they have some button for you to click on if you want to implement some certain function. So it is more easier to use. And also, it got the cloud storage that you can store all the file inside. And also you can use it as a backup to back up your project, all of your code and all of your file. And here is some basic of Git command that we will try it later. So now let me exit the slide first. So now we will go to the Google, the website. I hope you already download the Git and also sign up for the GitHub. In case you have any problem, so I will just quickly go through the process. You can go to the website git-scm.com/download. So here, for me, I'm using Windows, so I will download for Windows. And so if you are a Mac users or Linux user, you can download for Mac and Linux version here. So after you have downloaded it, you need to install it. So here is the installer after you have downloaded the Git and the version. So you double click it and it will display something like this. Read through the license here and then just click install. And I believe that most of you didn't read the license here. If you never mind, you just click install. And then, so for now, I will not click the install button because I already installed it. So if which of you doesn't install yet, you can do it now. So when we are installing this, you can go to the GitHub page. So for this, I will use the incognito mode, the GitHub page like this, github.com. If you are first time coming to this page, you will see something like this. So you click the sign out button here, and yeah, you will see some interactive interface here that you can enter your details here to sign up for GitHub. Make sure you already have the Git installed in your computer and also sign up for the GitHub account. So so far, got any problem?
Sorry, I just want to inform that I only can able to see the PowerPoint.
Sorry?
I only able to see the PowerPoint.
Oh, you are only able to see the PowerPoint.
Yes, I think something problem in presentation.
So now do you see my browser?
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So this is for the download the Git download and the installation and also the sign up for GitHub. So I assume that there is no problem for this. So if there is no problem, you can open your command prompt for the Windows user. And if you are using Mac or Linux, you can open your terminal. So now inside here, you can type Git. So if you are already installed Git inside, you will see something probably like this. Some Git available Git command. If you are already installed Git, you will see something like this. Yeah, it's the same for terminal. So if there is no problem, we can proceed for the next step, which is first we can try to create a new repository first. We can go to the website, the link github.com/new. Here you will come to an interface, something look like this. This is where you need to create your new repository. So here you can insert your repository name. For me, I will just my first repo. So repo is a short form for the repository. And here is the optional description you can write. So this is my very first GitHub repository. And here for the public and private, public means that anyone on the internet can view your repository, but not necessarily make change on your repository. So if you choose the private, means that only you and the people that you give permission to can access and view your repository. So this I will keep it as public. And here you can add a README file. The README file here is just like a user manual for the, in case you want other people that view your repository, you want them to know how they can use your repository, the code inside your repository, how it works. So you can put it inside the README file here. And here is the .git ignore file, means that any file that inside this .git ignore will ignore by Git, that Git will not keep track on the file and upload it to GitHub. And this is, you can choose a license also for your project, your GitHub project. So for this, I will just keep it simple. Of this, I just keep it default, keep it simple, so we can create a repository now. So here you can see that there is a bunch of code here, comments here, because here we doesn't have anything yet. The repository we just create is an empty repository. So now how do we need to make use this repository? You open back to your command prompt here. Actually I will go to the file. I will open my file here, and you can put it wherever the location you want. For now, I will put it inside my download folder here, and here I will create a new folder. I will name it as Git test. Git test folder, and then you copy the location of your folder, and then you paste it inside your command prompt or your terminal. You can type cd and your location. So cd means change directory and direct it to your file location. So until this step, got any problem? If no, maybe can give a thumbs up. Okay, I assume there is no problem. So after you have direct to your location here, you can use the git init. Means that we initialize the folder here to like can interact with git. Git init means like initialize. So now you go back to your browser here, and then here you can see that there is some method that you can use to interact with the GitHub. But for now, we will use the HTTPS, this link. So you copy this, copy this link, and then go back to your command prompt or terminal. You type git clone and followed by the link. So now you have cloned your repository here. Now there's a warning here. You clone an empty repository. Yeah, I know. We know that because this is a new repository that is empty. So no worry. And now you can check about the file. You can type dir for the command prompt window user, or you can type ls for the terminal user. So you can check that here you got a file named my first repo. Means that you already clone your repository to your local computer. Now you cd change directory to your file name, whichever name you put on your repository. So you direct it inside, and then you can try to check it again. Click dir or ls. You can see that there's nothing inside here. It's same as the repository is empty inside. So now we will try to put some code inside. You can try code dot to put some code inside. So for me, I will, because my computer is using Visual Studio Code as default editor. So if you are using others, is not a problem. You can use whichever IDE you like. So I will open a new file called hello.py. I create a file here called hello.py, a Python file. So for here, I will type some code like find main print hello world. We just print hello world. So this is some simple hello world Python file. Save it. So now you go back to your program prompt. Yeah, you can type whatever you want, or you want to open a text file also can. You just put any file inside here. So here you can try the command. I zoom a bit here. So now you can try the command git add, and the file name just now hello.py. So git add means that you want the Git to keep track of your file now. You say that if I want to save anything, I want to save this file. So maybe like if you are working on a project that has multiple files and you want to only save a few files and not all of them, so you can use this command like git add and type all of the file name so that Git will only keep track on those files, not every file inside your repository, not every file inside the folder. So after you have typed the git add, this is we have not yet saved. This is just tell Git to keep track on the file that we want you to keep track. We haven't saved it yet. So we save the file using git commits. Git commits that -m and then followed by a message. So this one, the message is you need to key in the message like what changes that you have made for the file. Like for this one, I will put first commit and then hit enter. Oh, it seems that I haven't used git add hello.py. So you can see that if anything that like for now I want to commit the hello.py, but he says that I haven't added yet, the Git will like remind you for anything that you forget to do or you didn't do. So now git commit -m followed by a message first commit and then hit enter. Oh wait. Oh okay. There's a typo here. Git add hello.py and git commit -m followed by message first commit. So you can see that the Git will summarize all of the like the change 1 file changes and 3 insertion because it is based on line. Here we have insert 3 line here, so there's a 3 insertion for the line. So far for now, anyone got problem or any questions? If no, maybe could put a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So after we have commit, you can try to see on your website, your GitHub account here, the repository here. You can try to refresh it and then you will see like there is not any file has appeared inside your repository yet. So why is that? Because inside here, we only commit it, like we have saved it, but inside our own local computer. We haven't like, we want to upload it onto the GitHub. So how do we upload it? We use the command git push. So what git push does, it compress all of your the save your commit, the file that you have commit, and then it will push it onto the GitHub. So after you have pushed it, you can go back to your GitHub here and then you refresh and you will see that the hello.py is already there. So when you are collaborate with your other teammates or other colleagues, you can like keep commits and pushing your progress, your code progress onto the GitHub so that they can like click inside the hello.py and they will see the things that you have made. Like I have typed the code print hello world here. So when your colleagues have done also the like your colleagues also have the right to access your repository, so they also will make change on your project, on your code. So now I will try to make change here. Actually you can make change in the GitHub also. So now I try to make change here. Maybe your colleague will like add a new line like print good evening. So here there's a commit message here. You can like add good evening. So commit change. So now your the the version of the project inside your GitHub is already ahead of the version of you inside your local computer. Like this one is, for example, like your colleague make change to your project, and then they push the changes onto the GitHub, and then their version is ahead of yours. So actually you can now pull back the newest version of your project. Also you can go back here, and then you can try git pull. So now it will have pulled all the changes that I have made, and then when you go back to your own code, and you will see that Git will automatically like merge two versions of your project, and then have these two line here. So this is one of the powerful feature that Git provide here, that it will merge together all of this. Okay, now, so let's say I try to make another changes. Here I also print a new message like bye, and save this file. So when you go back here, you can try to like, if you work on your project and until one point you have forgotten like what is the last thing that you have to, is it I already add, already commit something. So you can try to key in this command like git status. So git status, it will provide you the information that what you have done and what you have not done yet. So like this, it will say that the hello.py file is already modified. So if you want to like push it to the GitHub, you need to git add or something. So here you can put git add, and actually there is a shorthand for doing the git add and git commit. You can just git commits -am. So just now there is a -m for the message here. Now -am means that we add it and commit it. So same, put a message like add a new add by. So now git will already commit, and then git push. So it will push it to the GitHub, and then if you go back to here your GitHub, and then you refresh it, and then you will see the new line here. So you can think of like there will be a problem here. If you like when your colleagues or there's other people like they push they make change of the original code that you have inside your local computer here, there will be a conflict, what we call as a merge conflict here, that you need to solve it, that maybe the Git doesn't smart enough to solve it for you, so that you need to solve it manually. So how is this will happen? So we will try to look at this like this. The print hello world here, I don't want to like, I want to put 2 exclamation mark here. So I will like add exclamation to hello, and then I will commit changes. So at the same time in your file here, you put like, I want to put a comma here maybe. So you also save the file here, and then you go on with the usual step like git add hello.py and git commit -am whatever message add comma, and then git push. Okay, here we have seen that it will reject it. It will happen like something called a merge conflict here. Like also you want to try to do a git pull, you will see something like this. So for the Visual Studio Code here, you will like try to highlight it for you. But for other editor, I'm not sure, but you will see something also similar like this. So how do we do it? We just need to solve it like manually. We delete all of the not necessary code here. So now there's a two version. I want to like both of these I want to keep, so maybe I will like delete this one, and then I will put two exclamation mark here, and then save it, and then go back to here, and then I will git add hello.py and git commit dash m, put a message fix merge conflict, and then git push. So not any error here. Yeah, there's a good sign. So you go back to your GitHub here, and then you try to refresh it, and yeah, you will see that there's a comma here. So that's how we can solve the merge conflict. So for now, have any problem or any questions? If all good, yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. Where? What does a branch mean? Yeah, a branch, actually we will have a view on the branch later, but yeah, I can explain it. A branch is that if we want to okay, let me go back to the slide first. So here is the command that we have used, like a git clone, git add, and git commit. So and we will take a look on the git log and git reset later. And this one is the merge conflict here. So the branching. So what is branching, and why that we need to use the branching? So you can imagine, like, when you are working on a project, and yeah, you want to working on a new feature. So you work on the new feature, you keep working on, and then suddenly you things like, oh, you have figured out that from the previous version there is a bug. There is a bug from the code that you have write on the previous maybe 2 or 3 version before this. So you have think that if you want to fix the code now, there will be like, it will be such a complex. You need to like reverse back and reverse forward. So now you can actually create a branch. Means that on the stable version here, you can like this, like the image here, you're working on this, this is the main branch here, you're working on it, and you're working on it this way. This is the stable version. Okay, so that now you want to like working on new feature, but you don't want to disturb the current stable version now. So you can use a different, what we so called create a branch for it. So it is somehow also like a copy of a new project here, but because you can use it like more clean, it doesn't look like a messy. So when you create a branch, you're working on a branch, but you didn't disturb the main branch. Means that the stable version, like if other people want to make progress on the original version, he or she also could making progress on the original version, and you can also make progress on your new feature at the same time and doesn't disturb each other. It will doesn't have any conflict. Yeah, this is something like a duplicate of the original code. Yeah, it is for you to, make it easier for you to like working on the different changes, and you don't want to like disturb the original changes or original progress that you and your group are working on. So after, like, if you working on a new feature and then you feels like, oh, this is not the feature that I want, so you can like delete the branches that you have created, and it doesn't disturb the original version or the stable version of the project. Or you feels like the new feature, the new changes that you have made is actually is amazing, and you want to like merge it inside of to your main project, main code there, and it is also possible, and it is also easy to do. So now we will have a look on how the git log and the git reset first, and then we will take a look on the branches. How does the branches work? So now we go back to the command prompt or the terminal here. So now let's say that if I already forget that which step I was, so I can like just git status here. So if there's nothing to do here, you can like, it will display like nothing to commit, working tree is clean. Yeah, so everything is clean and okay, it's complete to use. So now you can try to use this command git log. So what git logs give us is that git log will give us some result like something like this, you'll see. So it shows the commit, and this is the hash code here. This is a hash code, and head is man. This one is the branching here. It means that we are currently at our main branch here. So the head will display as a man here. And this one is the hash code that we will use if you want to like refer to the different version or previous version of your project, or you want to revert back to your previous project, you can use this code. So here you can see that the merge ID here, so you doesn't need to bother it. The ID just generate from GitHub, and author here. Yeah, the author here is that you can see that this is my name here and this is my email here. So if anyone making any changes on the project, Git will display it for you so that you can see like any commit. So this is the commit message, and this is the time that I made the commit here. Yeah, so this is very detailed that the Git will display for you, so that if like anything happen wrong, anything going wrong, you can like find out where does it going wrong and who did that modification, so that you can like make some communication. So how do we use this? So here actually, if you are, some people maybe will maybe you face a problem like GitHub want you to recognize the identity. So you can use like git dash dash git config dash dash global user dot name and follow by your name. You can put like law or law.m. So this is the name that will display on the git log here, like the author here. So next is git config dash dash global user dot email and followed by your email. You can put your working email or your personal email, whichever you want, and hit enter. So this email will display on here, the author here. Yeah, so if you are not using any email, so it will display something like this. What user.noreply.github.com. There's something like the email that generated by GitHub. So it means like you is an unknown user. So here we can use this to revert back to our previous code. So now we will take a look on how we can reverse back to the previous version, the older version of our code. So let's say that I want to go back to the first version of my code. So I will copy this hash code here, commit hash code here, copy this, and then you type git reset dash dash start, and then followed by the hash code. And after you have hit enter and you go back on the code editor, you will see that we already come back to the first commit of our project, the version when we first commit our project. Yeah, so now you can see that how important is it to write a proper commit message, so that the other person that working with you know that what changes that you not only know that what changes you have made, so that they can like refer back to it easily. And also, you not only, if you don't want to use this complex hash code, you can also use git reset dash 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 hard, and then followed by origin slash master. So this one, because we haven't have a branch yet, this means that if you are working on a branch, you want to like reset it to the main branch here. So you can use this command git reset dash dash hard origin slash master. It means that you're working on the current branch and then you want to reverse back to the main branch. And okay, so now we will take a look on how the branches work. So let's say I want to working on a new feature here. So let's say this is my stable project. This version is already stable that I already can publish. But now I want to update it. I want to insert a new version, new feature inside here. So I can use like git checkout dash b and followed by a branch name, maybe a new branch. Hit enter and then it will display a message that you have switched to a new branch name, new branch. So git checkout here means that we want to like switch between branches, and dash b means that it is a new branches. Dash b, I create a new branches and the name is new branch. So now if you use the command git branch, you will take a look. You see that there is a like a star mark here, means that we are now inside the new branch. So you can easily switch between branches. Like if we make change inside here, I add a new feature here, like print goodbye. I save it and then yeah, just normal procedure, git add hello.py git commit dash m add goodbye, and then you can even push it, git push. Okay, you need to use this command to like make a new branches here. So like you see that if you are making any mistakes or you has typo on some comment, git will also remind you to use this. So it will push to a new branches here. So now you can take a look. You can actually anything that make changes, you can take a look on your GitHub repository here. Like this one here is for the man. You can click on here and you will see that there will be a branches here. Wait, let me refresh it. Yeah, and then you see that just now it's only got the main branches. Now we got a new branches, then new branch. So you can click on it and then you will see that here is a feature that we already done inside the new branch. And so like you can actually working in different branches so how do you want to working on different branches? You can like git checkout man. So I want to go back to my main branches. So when I go back to my editor, you see that Git automatically will change my code to the main branch version. So it doesn't like you will mess up anything. And you can also like go back to Git checkout new branch. Yeah, so you see that it will change automatically. So now we go back to the main branch first, checkout main. And so far, any question or any problem? If no, maybe can give a thumbs up. Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so now after you have working like on the new branches, you are working a lot and then you make a lot of commit, a lot of push, and then finally the new feature has done. So now you want to merge it back to your main branches. So now, okay, let's say I already forget which branches I have in. So I use this git branch and then I check, okay, now I am in the main branch here. So how do you want to merge all those branches together? So we will use the git merge followed by the name of the branch. Like this one is new branch here. So you will see like updating, any changes here, insertion, deletion. So when you go back to your code here, you will see that your original code already changed, already merged with the branches, and the new feature is already in here. And that's how you merge the branches. And yeah, it is sure that maybe it will have the merge conflict will happen when you merge two branches together or multiple branches together. So when this merge conflict happen, yeah, you need to do it manually. Like maybe the person that make the decision will try to, like, you need to consider which one you want to delete, which feature that you want to use. So next we could have a look on the some of the GitHub features here. Like here is some of the function that GitHub provide us. Okay. So actually you can go to another people GitHub account. For example, I go to the Bootstrap. Wait, go to Bootstrap. Where is the Bootstrap? Oh, I can just Google it. Bootstrap code GitHub. So this one, so for those that who doesn't know what Bootstrap is just a library that is a CSS library that you can use to design your website. So it it provide you the design that you can use to design all the all the function inside your website, like the buttons, all of that you no need to write it by your own from the scratch, like all the design. Because like we write the CSS is very frustrated, right? To write the CSS, to put all the color, put all the radiance or something like that. So the Bootstrap already done this for us. It provides us the beautiful style. So if you haven't used Bootstrap, you should try it. So here is like this one. Bootstrap provide us like it is an open source project. You can look on the code inside Bootstrap, and also you can make change. You even can make changes. Yeah, but the changes you make, they didn't like you didn't make changes on the main project, main code here. You just make changes on your own code here, on your own code, and you can like try to make what we so call a pull request here to like you like request the people that maintain the Bootstrap to accept your code. Like if you want to make contribution to the Bootstrap code here, you can like wait, I try to remove this. Yeah, so if you like go to this Bootstrap page and you feel like this Bootstrap is not power enough, I think I can make it better. So you can click the fork button here. Fork means that you make a copy of your own for this repository. You make a copy of this repository, but for your own purpose, so that you can work on it on your own. And then later, if you work on it, you make some changes, you make improvements, and so on and so on and so on. And then you make the commit, push, all of that. And then you feel like, okay, there's a contribution that I have made. So I want Bootstrap to know that this feature is very powerful. So you can go to this pull request here and then make a pull request. So here you can see that there's a 90 open pull requests that other people all around the world that they already fork this Bootstrap repository, and they already make some changes or make some improvement inside the code, like this one fix some bug or something. Yeah, rename some variable or something. Yeah. So you think this is useful and you want to merge it with the main Bootstrap code, so you can do it. You can do a pull request in here. so that people the people that maintain the bootstrap will see the pull request, and then they will like give the feedback for you, like anything change, anything want to like modify again, that this is not enough or something like that. They will communicate with you, and then you just keep improving, and then after both of you has satisfied, then they will merge your changes inside their code. So this is for the pull request, and this is the issue. So the issue is just some problems that they found or the user found. Probably, I think most of them is found by user. Yeah, because a lot of people use Bootstrap, and you will maybe probably meet some of the bug here. So that if you using any open source code and then you meet some bug, you can post it inside the issue here, so that the author will know that any bugs or anything, any problem happened inside a code, so that they can fix it, and so on. And also, if you want to like make contribution, you also can check out on the issue here. You can see that any problems, any bug that they face, and you think like, oh, this one I know how to solve it, so that you can like do the procedure just now, like fork it and then solve all the issue here, and then you make a pull request. Say that, okay, I already solved this issue, like for example, drop downs not working even after being initialized. So you can say that I already solved this issue, and then you post your code there, and then the author will take the consideration. So here is not a discuss action project security here. So there's a lot of here, and that is for the GitHub. Yeah, and also you can add the collaborator. So for example, I go back to the repository here. You can also add collaborator. Like just now I said that I put it public, right? So if you put it as a private, you can add the collaborator, means that you give other people the permission to access your code, but not necessarily make change to your code. Like just now the pull request. Yeah, although you put it public, not doesn't means that everyone can make change on your code, because that will be really dangerous. So yeah, although it's public, you still need to make the pull request. And if you put it private, it means that the other cannot see your repository. It means that only you and the colleague that you have give the permission with can access, can view and fork your repository. So here you can see that this is a branch that I had pushed it just now. We have made a new branch. You can make a comparison and pull request, something like that, but we already merged it, so it doesn't bother with it. So now we have one more feature of the GitHub provide us, that it is you can host a static website using GitHub. So how do we do it? I will go back here, and then I will make a new repository first. We'll go to github.com and new. So how do we use GitHub to host our website? Here is that you need to put your GitHub name. The default hosting website name is that your username.github.io, and this one is website hosting public. You can add all this if you want. You can figure it out. So I will just create this repository, and so the same procedure here. I can go back like cd dot change directory. I go back to my previous folder here, and then I will click clone the link here. Yeah, all is the same procedure as just now. The link here, and then oops, here click clone, and then it will cloning the repository here. After cloning, it will display the file. You can check Here is the file here. Same, the file name is same as the name of your repository. So you go into the file. Here I will make code here actually for the I want to build a website. Maybe I will put like index.html. Oops. So let me zoom in for a bit. So this is the HTML file here. So if you have already have experience on the web programming, maybe you have familiar with some HTML code like the head and title. Here maybe I will put like hello, and here I will put a body, and maybe I will put a h1, put a header here, or hello world. So save it, and then as usual, git add index.html, git commit -m first commits. So here git push. Okay, done, nothing error here. So now we will go back to the GitHub, refresh it. Okay, cool. The HTML file already inside our repository. So now you can go to the setting here. You can go to setting here, and then yeah, the setting here you can change your repository name and so on here. Here is some setting you can use the feature, but now we will go to the page here. Page here, and you can see that there is a you can deploy it. Wait, let me refresh first. GitHub pages. Oops. Go back to the with my repository. Yeah, this one. Then go back to the setting here. Go back to the page here. Yeah, you can see that here. You already deploy your website here. The website, the code that we use is simple, like the index.html. If you want to build your own website, you can put any different file, different code inside here. You want to design it so that here you can deploy it for free. Yeah, so this is our website, some simple HTML website here. Because majority of the platform for you to hosting website is the pay one, but GitHub has provided you the free version that you can deploy your own website using this. So you can try it on your own. And here is some general setting here. You can like set up some features here, sponsorship here, and this is the pull request that you can setting up, achieve, and this is the danger zone which you can change all of this and even delete your repository here. So far, any questions or any problem? Anything good? Maybe you can give a thumbs up here. Yeah, okay, thank you. So this is for the GitHub. So actually Git has not only these commands, Git has a lot of commands that you just now you can try using like this. You can type the Git here and then you can see that there's a lot of command here like the clone and init that just now we have used and the add, and also you can like env to move, rename a file, restore and remove. There's a lot, and not I believe that not only these four command, I think Git have a lot, not only here, but a lot of command that you can use. Yeah, if you are like curious about what Git can do, you can like try it on your own or figure it out. Go on to the documentation of the Git to see that which how many commands that they have, and you can use like the switch. Yeah, just now I used the checkout, right? The checkout we used to check out the different branches of that. So, but this you can use like you can use the switch here to switch between branches, and even you can use a tag to verify delete or something, and the fetch and the pull and push requests. So there is for the, and yeah, and GitHub also provide us an education pack. An education pack means that wait, let me move this. Education.github.com. You can come to this website education.github.com. You sign here. It is like a GitHub pack for the student. Like it provides a lot of benefits here. You can like here get student pack. You can take a look on what benefits that they provide, like the virtual event kit. Like they also provide this one is, I think that this one is like a workshop, and yeah, this is the benefits that they provide, like the Microsoft Azure here. They provide like free access to 25 plus and 100 credit even, DigitalOcean, Namecheap, and Heroku. Yeah, so who of you have done the web hosting, web programming? Probably you have heard about the Heroku that we use to like host any website or any application that we want, any web application that we want to host online. You can use Heroku. So Heroku also is a paid platform. So you can, from the GitHub, this pack, you can get like $30 USD per month. Enjoy a credit for 12 months, which is 1 year. You have a free 1 year hosting, web hosting using this pack. JetBrains, Educative, Bootstrap, and GitHub. What is this? GitHub Premium, Codespace, all of these. So I think that's all for the education pack. So do you all have any questions regarding the website hosting, or anything that you want to, anything you have problem like forking and do some push requests or merge conflict, or have any like any concern about merge conflict or something? So actually Git provide us the very powerful feature. These are powerful tools that merge with the GitHub. You can use like this, not only you can use for the coding project, for the IT student for coding and so on. You can also use for any project that you want. Like this is the place for you to collaborate. Like even if you want to do assignment using GitHub also can. Like you don't want to read through all of the things that they have write. You don't want to read from top to bottom. Like if your colleague, your teammates write 15 pages, you need to read like all 15 pages from top to bottom. So you can try to use this GitHub, because GitHub will automatically merge it for you. Yeah, I haven't tried it, but you can try it. use all of these commands. So is that I will go back to this slide. So this is the GitHub, and so this is some of the command that we tried just now: git log, git status. And do remember that for the git log, maybe that if you have already made a lot of commit, so they will have a lot of result for the git log. So maybe your command prompt or your terminal will be like hanging. If you are having a lot of commit here, you can try to use the command. You can try to use the command like you can try to use the command like git config dash dash I remove this, git config dash dash global core dot pager cat. So this one, yeah, for nowadays nothing happened. This one is for like if you're using the git log just now, git log, and you got a lot of commits, a lot of message here until your command prompt or maybe your terminal is hanging. It cannot display all the message here. You can use this git config dash dash dot global core dot pager cat, and it will like expand all of the result so that you can get all of it. So now we go back to this slide. So this one is for the command here, and the merge conflict. The merge conflict takes place when Git is unable to automatically resolve difference. You need to do it manually. And next is the branching here. Git checkout or Git switch. Actually the branching feature is very powerful. You can try to like use it and switch it. You can try to work on it. You will like it. So there's also got other GitHub features. Like there's a you can drag and drop the code. You can see in the display here, like you can just directly draft the code and then place it inside the editor. The editor that I opened just now, like we can edit the code even in the GitHub. Not necessary that we can only edit it inside our editor. We can also edit it inside the GitHub, and it's easy and save a lot of time. And this one is creating folder using the interface GitHub. That's why I say that if this got interface for you to like you can click on and play around. If there's got user interface, it will make a lot easier for you. But the command line is just for basic. So you can like put all the slash to add a new folder inside a GitHub, and the file finder is just find a file. So okay, this is also some of the function that you can use, and the checklist. And I believe this one is for the README file. The README file is actually a markdown file. So as I said, that this is the README file is like a user manual. So this is like a feature that you can put a checklist inside the user manual here if you want. But there is also some of limitation lah. You need to follow the rules that set inside the markdown language. And also GitHub also support the CSV file and even the map 3D rendering. If you want to like put CSV file inside, merge it, you want to integrate it using, maybe you want to analyze the data or something. So you also can use it. So any questions? Any questions that you want to ask about Git and GitHub, about fork, star, or making contribution? Yeah, and actually we will having a website project later on. We will having a website project later on. So like after this workshop, you all already know how to use Git and GitHub. So later if we like publish the website, publish the project to public, so you all can make the contribution. GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot, actually I never use this GitHub Copilot, but I believe that it is something like assistant for you. Like because it's for like something like if you using some editor like Visual Studio, it will have a like assistant extension or an assistant for the GitHub. Like it provides a user interface for you to like make the process easier for you to like push and save all the things. And yeah, I almost forget one thing that we can use. Actually, we can after you install the Git, you can actually just run it inside here. You can like go to your file and then right click here, and you can see that there's a Git UI here and a Git bash here. You can click on it, Git UI, and it will display like it will initialize this folder for you to make it ready for Git. And this is the GUI here for the Git if you want to like play around with it. Like here you can see that there's commit, push, and the stage change is like the git add command here. So here is the GUI for the Git. And also you can use the bash here, Git bash here. Yeah, this one is for the command line. The command line is same as just now. You can use all the git add, git log, git reset. All of this you can done here. So you don't need like just now we we need to direct all of them to the folder that we are currently working on. So if you are using the git bash just now, you can like go to this folder and then right click here and then git bash here, so that the git will directly go to this folder. So sorry to say that I haven't used the GitHub Copilot. Maybe cannot answer cannot answer your question now.
Lo, if I may,
Yeah, sure.
I've used got GitHub Copilot before. Mike, it's very useful. It helps you to code your. It helps you to code lah. When you write a comment in your Java or your HTML, you write a comment, write a Java program to do what, and then the Copilot will give you the code, like ChatGPT lah. Yeah. I've used
Or
it
it's
before.
like
Yeah.
or it means that it's like some assistant for the code,
Yeah. True.
like for just now this HTML, like if I type something like h2, it will like directly automatically close for me, so that I doesn't like forget to close, something like that, is it?
Yep. Correct.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Alif. So anyone have other questions? Okay, welcome. So if there is no other questions, maybe I will pass back to the MC, Alif. And
All
also,
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
and sorry for interrupt. And
Yeah,
don't forget that our workshop got the certificate that you can earn it by submitting your work. And the work is very easy. You just need to have a GitHub account, and then you just need to upload anything inside your GitHub account, and then you just send your link of your GitHub profile, the link of it to us. And so if we can take a look inside, and so if you are having any, so you just need to upload any file. You need to create a repository and upload any file inside, then you will get the certificate. So I think that's all for me. So I will pass back to Alif.
all right. Thank you so much. Our speaker for today, Zen Lozenman, for good sharing about GitHub just now, and also thanks everyone for staying with us until the end. Wow, so many information. Thank you so much, our speaker, Zilmin. It appears that we have reached the end of our workshop today. So now I would like to invite all of you for a photography session for us to capture your beautiful, handsome faces. So please, everyone, switch on your camera. Yeah, switch on your camera and we can capture this moment. Who will be our photographer?
Me.
It's okay, I can become the photographer. Alright. Yeah, open up your camera, guys. Tan Hijra, Arif, Aiman, Ain, Alusiaku, Adila. Yeah, you can turn on your camera so we can capture this moment with our great speaker here, Zunmin. Yeah, thank you. More people. Maybe we can fill up all the one screen page full of faces. Right. Who is this? Tang Richang. Yeah. Shafi. Yeah, more people. All right. So, yeah, we want to see all of your beautiful faces. Yeah, everybody shy. Okay, it's okay lah. We don't want to run out, play with time. So, in a count of 3, 1, 2. Oh, wait, the chat. All right, in a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Freestyle one. Oh no, not freestyle. Do the Google Developer Student logo, which is like this. Yeah, like that. Yeah. In a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you so much, everyone, for showing and for capturing this, the beautiful and handsome faces. And thank you so much to our speaker for Lozenman for the well explained and interesting session. I'm sure everyone here gained insightful knowledge today. Some parts might be complicated, but overall, it was fun and engaging. Big round of applause to him. Yep, clap for our speaker, Lozenman. With that, our program has come to an end. On behalf of Google Developer Student Club UUM, we would like to thank everyone again for tuning in. Please follow our social media for more updates in the future. If there are any questions, you may ask in the Telegram group. And for you to get the certificate, please submit the work submission that our speaker Law had shared just now before 12th of January. Before you leave, make sure to scan the QR code for attendance and merit purposes. You need to use the UUM attendance app to scan it. After you scan, it will prompt success and your attendance has been recorded, right? So don't use the normal QR code, use the UUM attendance app, just like lecture. It will only display it for 5 minutes. Yeah. So that's all for today. Thank you, and I hope all of you have a great day. Kritika asked for the Telegram group. So if someone can give the Telegram group in this chat box, yeah.